Well, good morning, good day, good evening. Hello. Welcome Wednesday. Is it starting off or ending in a wickedly wild, wondrous way? I sure hope so. I really hope so. Today I have chosen my Mallorca cup because it's so colorful. It looks like a happy cup to me. Does it look like a happy cup to you? It looks like a happy cup to me. And today is a happy day. Why is it a happy day? Well, I was out on my walk and I saw a video, a short clip of Mel Robbins, and she was talking about the things that we should tell ourselves first, like 8 things to tell ourselves first thing, in the morning to make it a great day. And it's really funny because a lot of those I already tell myself. So I'm just curious, what do you tell yourself first thing in the morning? You're like, oh, I'm so tired. Oh, I have so much on my to-do list. Oh, this is going to be a busy day. Oh, I've got that meeting. Oh, I'm not prepared. It's going to be a crazy day. It's going to be a stressful day. Do you set yourself up for that first thing in the morning? I used to do that. How's that work for you? Don't work so great for me. I don't want to have a busy, stressful day. So I changed it. The first thing that I do before I even open my eyes is list 1 to 3 things that I'm grateful for. Now, I've gone through this before. I'm going to remind you again, starting my day with gratitude has been a game changer, literally. And I'm not saying just say what I'm grateful for, but feel it. Feel it. And the way that I feel gratitude, I don't know how you do it. If you have another way, share it. But the way I feel gratitude is I think about what it would be like if I didn't have the thing that I'm grateful for. So if I didn't have my health and I was laying in a hospital bed somewhere, that would really freaking suck. Now, do I wish that I don't have a drippy nose? Do I wish that my joints don't ache? Sure. But I'm not laying in a bed somewhere. My legs work. I'm able to go for a walk. And so I'm grateful for my health, super grateful. And when I think about not having it, it makes me super sad. And then I remember I don't have to worry about that because I have my health, right? So that's how I start my day, thinking of things I'm grateful for. Now, some days I'm like, I don't know. I don't want to say the same thing over and over. Some days I'm just grateful. Like I see somebody in New York. I saw some people living on the streets. I am super grateful that I have a roof over my head. And I'm super grateful that I have a comfortable bed to lay in. If you've ever been traveling and you are sleeping in a crummy bed, you know how grateful you are to have your own pillow and your own bed, right? So it can be gratitude for something small like that. It can be gratitude that it's chilly outside. I'm grateful that I had a coat to put on, right? There's some people that are out there that are cold. So it doesn't need to be anything humongous. It just needs to be something that I'm grateful for. I am grateful that my relationship with my girls is so strong. I wasn't expecting that to cause me to be so emotional. But they are my heart, and I am so grateful because there's so many children out there that don't have good relationships with their parents. And to have that, and to have my daughter say, I miss you. Can you come visit? Or for me to say, I miss you. I'm coming to visit. Is super duper special. And I am so grateful for that. So grateful at a time when so many people's relationships aren't like mine, right? Oh my good golly. Super grateful. So I start my day with gratitudes. And then I say, it's a great day to have a great day. It is. You know why? Because I woke up. I got up out of bed. It's a great day to have a great day. Now, I get to add to that. And every time I find something, she said, she being Mel Robbins, she said, and if a curveball happens, I have the ability to deal with it. Ooh, that's a good one. It's a great day to have a great day. And should a curveball happen, I have the ability to deal with it. And so, not every day or every moment of every day goes perfectly, is unicorn and rainbows, right? We get disappointed. We get curveballs. We get phone calls. We get comments. We get all sorts of things. But knowing that I have the ability to deal with it, it's a good day. It's a good day to have a good day. Now, my good day is because, as you know, I have waited 12 years to destroy and remodel my bathroom. And yesterday they came and did just that. They demoed the bathroom yesterday. Today they are starting framing. Tomorrow is plumbing. The designer is coming today. The contractor is here today. We're going to have a meeting so that every little infinite detail is decided and mapped out while we're all here. Things like, oh, you have a seat in your shower. Do you want it 10 inches, 12 inches, or 14 inches? Well, that matters. You were like, oh, does it really? Yeah, it does, because 14 inches is going to really eat up a lot of the space in the shower, right? But 10 inches might not be big enough for John to put his fanny. So, I'm not sitting on an ice cold seat. We had a seat in our other shower, and I never sat on it. We used it as a shelf to put our shit. And now we'll have a niche, so we won't need the shelf to put our shit. So I don't really need it. And he said, well, you could use it for your legs, to shave your legs. I'm like, well, that's going to be pretty far from my shower head. Now, if you don't know, we're actually both going to have our own shower heads. I'm going to have the regular shower head, and John is going to have one of those rain ones. I hate those rain ones. He loves it. So he can have his own rain shower head, and it's going to be closer to the seat. So anyway, he said, when we get older, we might want to sit down when we shower. He's right. We might. I hope that I don't need to sit down to shower. But if there's a time that perhaps we're recovering and we need to sit down, we now have a seat in the shower. And it's all good. And we decided how deep to make it. And the wall that goes behind it. How tall do we want it? And today we're going to be talking to the decorator about how many lights, cans are we putting in there. Little decisions like that are being made, being decided. And it's good because we're here today. We're here tomorrow. But Friday, we're not here. And so we won't be here to make those decisions. I get back Monday. I'm here Monday. I think I'm here Monday, Tuesday. But Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I'm gone again. So it's good that both of us will be here to make those decisions. And to have the decorator be here as well and have a big meeting, a big powwow. So that makes me super happy that it's coming along. What else makes me super excited and makes it a great day? I have these really cool new articles of clothing that I bought when I was in New York with my brother and my sister and my brother's husband and John. And I love when you have a new sweatshirt and it's super soft and fuzzy on the inside. Yes? Yeah, it feels good. So it's a good day. And it is proliferating because last night was a good night. I went and played Mahjong, and I'm learning. So yesterday was the first day we actually played with a card. If you don't know anything about Mahjong, it's a tile game. And the way that we were playing with our own damn rules. We were just creating runs and straights and, 3 and 4 of a kind. And kind of like how you play Rummy Cube, if you've ever played Rummy Cube, right? We were doing stuff like that with the tiles. And really, Mahjong is played with a card, and they have hands, that you have to match in order to win. And there's so many different versions and renditions. And then on top of that, you get to exchange tiles, which changes your whole hand. And you have 14 tiles that you need to make exactly like the ones that they show on the card. And that's not always easy. And so, I sucked at it yesterday. I got really frustrated because the tiles that I had chosen in the beginning to start my hand didn't match anything. They weren't even close to any of the ones on the card. They were great for me if I was just playing the way we normally play, but trying to match something on the card was not so easy, and I got really frustrated. So, it was a very interesting way to play. I will continue to play that way and practice and get better at it. But yesterday was, and then we switched back to the old way where it didn't take as long. We didn't have to think as hard. We could just have some fun. And they're always fun. They're always fun. I always leave there lighter and happier with more joy than when I come. I look forward to it. It's a highlight of my week. So that happened yesterday. They demoed my bathroom yesterday. And then John and I celebrated our anniversary. Even though our anniversary is October 5th, we celebrated it last night because he didn't know this, but I hired a sushi chef. He's actually Japanese, and he taught us so much about making sushi. Not only did he teach us so much, but have you ever eaten sushi and actually felt full? Because it's such a light meal that even if I get to the point of feeling full, like an hour later, I'm hungry again. And this time, no, I was not hungry an hour later. I was full. And we each made a typical roll with the rice on the outside. So we had 3 rolls between the 2 of us. And then we had another roll each of us made with the seaweed on the outside and the rice on the inside. And then we each had a handheld roll. And then he made us an extra roll with the extras. Oh, he made us one that was just no rice, just rolled up in a cucumber. That was really refreshing. So we had a lot of food. We had a lot of food, basically. And he brought eel, which I absolutely love, and eel sauce, which I absolutely love. And he bought tuna. And I didn't realize that there was so many different types of tuna. I thought tuna was tuna. Besides tuna fish in a can. No. But tuna, like ahi tuna, I did know that ahi tuna that you get that's seared in a restaurant is different than sushi tuna. I did know that. But I didn't know that there's yellow fin tuna and yellow tail tuna, and that there's there's all these different kinds of tuna. And so he was telling us not only what type of tuna, but where on the fish it came from. I also learned about rice. Now, I don't eat a whole lot of rice, but I didn't know. Well, I had heard. Do you rinse your rice? Do you wash your rice? I don't. He says, how do you make rice? I said, I put the water and the rice in a pot. I bring it to a boil, and then because he brought a rice cooker, right? He goes, well, you could make it in a pot, but sushi rice, first of all, is short and medium grain rice, not long grain. And you not only rinse it 3 times, you gently massage the rice 3 times. And then you you dump out the water. And then you don't do double water to rice. I was like, you don't? He goes, no, you do the same amount. So he had done, what had he done? He had done 2.5 cups, 2.5 cups, I think, of rice, and 2.5 cups of water. Same amount of water to rice. And then he let it sit for 30 minutes before he cooked it. And I thought that was very interesting. Now, they also add rice vinegar and some other stuff to it when it's done to make it super sticky, and give it different flavor. And then he also had seasonings that we put on it. It was the bomb diggity. And it was something that I had really wanted to learn and do and experience. Is it something that I would do on the regular? Absolutely not. I would rather pay somebody to make it. Is it hard? No, it's not hard. It's not hard. But would I make again? Maybe. But yeah, and he was great. It was a fun evening. He was here for like 2.5 hours, and yeah. I said, you're not going to eat any? He goes, oh, no, I'm going. Where did he say he was going? He was going to Wendy's to get chicken nuggets. I was like, blah! Chicken nuggets versus sushi? He's like, yeah, I have that all the time. Do you like sushi? Are you a sushi eater? I like the rolls. I don't even mind the ones where they have the chunk of rice with the raw fish on top. I don't even mind those. But although I did eat yesterday, we sliced the tuna and then we made a flour out of it and we put it in eel sauce. And he made it look like a flower, and then he took avocado, and he sliced that, and it looked like a leaf. It was really pretty. I'll post some pictures, so you can come back and see it. And it was so yummy. Not only did it look good, but it tasted really good. And there was no rice in that one. So, yeah, I put it in the sauce. I love that eel sauce. What is something that you really enjoy eating, but you really only eat it out? Like maybe that's Indian food for you. It's usually an ethnic food. Like most of us are going to make hamburgers and steak and ribs and stuff like American food at home. But I find that it's mostly ethnic food, whether it's Indian or Thai or sushi, or a lot of people will even make Italian at home. But what is the one thing that you really enjoy, but you're not going to make at home? I'm just curious. Sushi is one of them for us. Definitely. And Indian food. Yeah, if I'm going to make Indian food, I typically will buy one of those jars of sauce and pour it over chicken or something. And then over rice. Like super simple. So it's gotta be super simple, right? Super simple. And yes, I have found some clean sauce that I can use. That's made with coconut milk, with no sugar, and all of that. So yeah, I have been successful in finding a sauce in a jar that I can just dump in and make life really easy. Can you hear them? They're banging away upstairs. I love it when I hear the destruction. They're also talking about demoing the hall bathroom today or tomorrow. Ripping up all the tile for that so that they can do that one as well. Super excited, you guys. This is really happening. Oh, it's a great day to have a great day. Absolutely. So yeah, we celebrated our anniversary yesterday. It's sitting right here. I also bought we like doing puzzles. Are you a puzzler? We love jigsaw puzzles. And my daughter turned us on to this one. This is a company called the Magic Puzzle Company. And these are really cool because you have a puzzle to do. And then it actually comes like in 3 separate parts that move. And once you've done the puzzle, can you hear me? Once you've done the puzzle, you move the pieces around. And when you move the pieces around, it creates like a diamond in the middle. And they give you a mystery packet, which you don't know what it looks like. And you're to do the puzzle in the middle. And it usually fills in something interesting. Whether it's like this one, if I'm guessing, well, no, because you've got the little bear here. Normally it might be like a monster. So you have all the things going on. And then when you shift them around, you have a monster in the middle. And I don't know how they do it, but everything matches up. Even though you moved all the pieces, all the sections around. And so it's fun. It's super fun. It takes us a couple hours. And I do have because my daughter got me for the holidays last year, a puzzle board. It rotates and it tilts. And it also has drawers on the side to divide the pieces. So you can move it. So if I start it and I do it on the island and we don't finish it, we can move the puzzle into the dining room or something and bring it back the following night if we need the space on the island. We don't normally move it, but there have been times where we have. But typically we finish the puzzle before we move it. And this one's called the Drippy Trip. Yeah, they have like a series of different ones. I got my daughter one. She really loves gnomes, and there was one with all these different gnomes in it. And so she collects these, and it's great. I don't know if she's got this one. So John and I will do this, and then, I'll let her have it if she wants to do it, and then she'll give it back, or we'll just trade. That's the best part. We should really do, if you're into puzzles, we should really do like exchanges. Because once you do a puzzle, I would do a puzzle again, but not like back to back, right? I have done a puzzle more than once, but you want to do a different one. At least I do. So, let me know if you have a puzzle you want to exchange. I know, Dilly, you have puzzles that you do all the time. I really was, what's it called? When you get not insightful, not incentive, motivated. I was really encouraged. I can't think of the word. I was really, you know the word I'm thinking of, right? Type it in the word, in a word below. I was really not invited. Inspired. I was really inspired. That's the word I'm looking for. To have a puzzle out, because it's really good for our brains to work on spatial things. And it's also a stress reliever. So when I was under a lot of stress, to have a puzzle sitting out, whether that's on my dining room table or in my kitchen, And take breaks when things get really stressful, because our brains can't focus on more than one thing at a time. They just can't. So if there's a problem in my life, it's really good sometimes if I'm really stressed out to come and work on a puzzle, because it takes my mind off of that stress, off of that problem, and gives my brain an opportunity to see other solutions, right? To come down off the stress, lower the cortisol, and hopefully shift the perspective by taking a break and doing something else. And by focusing on finding that peace, it does take my mind off of whatever the issue, problem, situation was. And it's great to have things like that during our work day, so that we can take breaks and we can shift our minds off of what's troubling us in order to be able to maybe see it from another perspective. So they're great. If you don't need to start with 1,000 pieces. Start with like 500 or 250. You don't need to start with a big one. Start with a smaller one. We have smaller ones too. They were able to do much quicker, and really enjoy those as well. Now, I will give you a hint. Landscapes are not easy. Those big, beautiful ones where they have like skies or oceans, not easy. Don't start with that one. Start with ones that have squares. Like maybe they have like A, B, C, D, and they have different borders around each letter, because then you can group. This section might be in blue, this may be in red, this may be in yellow, this may be in green, and you can group them, and you only have like 12, and you can connect them. And that's a much easier puzzle to do. It's much more enjoyable than to struggle on, you've got 100 pieces of blue that all are the same shade, all are the same size, all are the same everything, and now you're just trying piece after piece. That's frustrating. That's not fun. So if you have not done puzzles for a while, start with a smaller one. Don't do a landscape. Do something that has sections in different colors, or sometimes Morgan got me one with like dogs. So each square had a different dog job, and they would have like a dog as a doctor, and a dog as a construction worker, and a dog as a pilot, and a dog as, and so you could see by how the dog was dressed, you could find those pieces and just do that section. And it was much more enjoyable, a lot more fun, because it's fun when you find a piece that you need to finish the puzzle, right? So there's some hints on how to do a puzzle and make it fun and make it super fun. And like I said, they're really good for our brains to keep them moving and active and functioning, keep us sharp, and a de-stressor as well. It's almost like a meditation in order to focus our attention specifically on one thing. And there you go. So if your day didn't start off amazing, go buy yourself a puzzle. Go buy yourself a puzzle and focus on that, because it's a great day to have a great day. It is. And whatever is troubling you today, this too shall pass. I say in my book all the time, this too shall pass, right? This too shall pass. And stressing about it doesn't make it pass quicker or easier. So just take a breath, create some space, let some solution come to you. Maybe perspective change. Don't need to react in the moment. Take a moment to breathe. Think about how you want to respond, not react. Once the emotion and the stress and the anger dissipates. You can take a deep breath. Let it out. Take another one. Go have the most amazing day ever. You deserve it. I'll see you tomorrow. See ya.